Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad AZFAR bin Ahmad THARMIZY. My matric number is 1181772. My topic is the beginning of Islamic philosophy.
Before we go to the main point, let me brief some definition about the philosophy. It is well known that the term philosophy is derived from the Greek word philos, which is love, and sophos, which is wisdom. Through the translation of Greek philosophy books in the 2nd to 4th century, the term philosophy entered into Arabic, which is falsafa. But there is also another term embedded in this tradition based on the Quran and Hadith by Muslim authorities, namely hikmah. It's just that this last term raised a big claim debate between Sufis, kalam expert which is mutakalimun, and philosophers. Ibn Arabi in his Fusus al-Hikam said that what is meant by hikmah was wisdom that is exposed through every manifestation of logos as hikmah. The word hikmah, which is wisdom, has been written in the Quran in Surah An-Nahl verse 125. Allah say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal mau'izatul hasanah. This verse explains that some people are responsive to Islam through philosophical means, which is wisdom, others through good teaching and advice, which is al-mau'izah.
The Islamic philosophers claim that philosophy is identified with the term hikmah in the Quran, so that here we can see a more divine style of the philosophical tradition in Islam. Also, there are some definitions from Islamic philosopher, which is first from Abu Yaqub al-Kindi, say that philosophy is the knowledge of the reality of things within people's possibility, because the philosophers and in theoretical knowledge is to gain truth, and in practical knowledge to behave in accordance with the truth. Al-Farabi justified this definition, and then he added that philosophy is the mother of all knowledge and studies everything that it is. Then Ibn Sina also emphasized the same thing, where he stated that hikmah is an attempt to convey the perfection of the soul through conceptualization, tasawwuf of all things, and judgment, tasdik of theoretical and practical realities according to the measurement of human capabilities. From these three philosophers, it can be concluded that Islamic philosophy is an attempt to achieve convincing truth about all things using rationalization and argumentative experiments to achieve perfection in knowledge and the practice of that knowledge. We continue to the beginning of Islamic philosophy. The emergence of Islamic philosophy cannot be separated from the effort to expand the territory of Islam, which began systematically since the reign of Umar ibn Khattab. At that time, Islamic power has touched areas outside the Arabian Peninsula such as Syria, Iraq, Egypt, and Iran. Early Islamic philosophy started with Al-Kindi in the 2nd century and ends with Averroes, which is Ibn Rushd in 6th century. Averroes marked the end of the discipline of Islamic philosophy, commonly known as the peripatetic Arabic school, and philosophical activity declined significantly in Western Islamic countries such as Islamic Libya and North Africa. Islamic philosophy lasted longer in Eastern Muslim countries, especially Persia, the Ottoman Empire, and the Moors. where several schools of philosophy continued to flourish: Avicenianism, Averroism, Illuminationist philosophy, mystical philosophy, transcendent theosophy, and Isfahan philosophy. The importance in Islamic philosophy was revived during the Nahda, which is awakening movement in the 16th and early 20th centuries and continues to this day. In conclusion, as we can see right now, Islamic philosophy had a major impact in European Christianity, where the translation of Arabic philosophical texts in Latin led to the transformation of almost all philosophical disciplines in the medieval Latin world, with a very strong influence from Muslim philosophers felt in natural philosophy, physiology, and metaphysics. That's all from me. Thank you.